So what's your name and what's your game?
I'm Tyler Edwards, and my game is Mimic Arena.
So is this the first interview you've done while playing your own game?
Is this the first interview while playing it? Yes. And that is not like a question to be taken lightly too. This is a very hard game to play and talk, hold a normal conversation.
So what's the main, it's a local multiplayer game. What's the main kind of hook of it?
The hook is ghosting. So everything that you do is ultimately recorded and played back in some sort of facet, whether it be to create an ally or an enemy, or an objective point in the particular mode that we're playing right now.
So how'd you go about doing the ghosting? Did you do like an input-based thing where it replays the inputs?
Actually, I started like strictly off input, controller mapping. So are they pressing jump, the directional pad, and shoot? And then I noticed that some of the stuff was not speeding properly. Like there would be, a random physics hiccup that would will slightly ajar some of the movement. So I would have to later put in like position and rotation and all that other good standard stuff.
So did you end up keeping the input as well? Like is it a combination,
yes,
or did you move just to?
Yeah, input was great because it was ideal for animations. I just needed to make sure that the positions were seated like exactly how they would be.
So do you keep do you just like kind of cache when the animations change on the timeline, or do you like?
No, they're just like piped in with the input.
Oh, okay, interesting. What were some of the inspirations for the game?
Okay, so this actually started as a global game jam game. So I didn't really have like a huge level of inspirations like in its first conception, but obviously going through it, you have this Tron look. So a lot of Tron, a lot of Mega Man, a lot of like really simple, basic stuff. I wanted this game to be very approachable, at any given time.
So what was some of the early ghost games you played? Like what? Like I imagine it was a racing, but
yeah. So the ghosting mechanic was definitely from racing. I think of course there's the classics like the recent development like Super Time Force. N Plus was another big inspiration for that. Just the sheer mobility you have. Scaling up walls and how quickly you can ascend vertically. It's just like amazing, like a parkour game.
Who is your favorite character from Super Time Force?
Super Time Force? Oh gosh, that's the question. Probably the McFly dinosaur.
Yeah, he's got a lot of things going for him.
Yeah.
So do you limit how many mimics there are on screen?
No, it's kind of great because it just naturally kind of clamps itself. There's a soft cap because the longer you live, means you're going to have shorter mimics. Like you're going to have longer mimics, but you're not dying. You're not going to be spawning more of them. So if you're dying frequently, you get more mimics, but then their lives are shorter in response. So,
were you able to leverage any of the mimic stuff for replays?
For replays. Like replays like streaming or replays?
Replays like oh, this is the thing that won the game, because you're already caching all the positions and stuff like that.
So
like, have you considered
some of the levels of polish that I really wanted to get into? I did consider something like that. Another one that I considered was actually caching mimics in from previous game sessions and having like a big store of mimics that you can eventually just play a gauntlet of old selves, But just another feature that had to be scrapped for the sake of time.
Okay. Does that mean you're like on the last stretch?
I'm pretty much, yeah, I'd say so. We actually just released about a month ago.
Where? On what platforms?
Oh, yes, Xbox One, Steam, and Android TV consoles like the Forge TV or Nvidia Shield.
Okay. And has any of those platforms like helped you show at these shows?
Yeah, actually, I've been having great help with Microsoft with the Xbox One. They've invited me to a bunch of events. They've been like super helpful. It took a little bit of time to get everything squared away. But once I did, it was pretty straightforward. But they have helped with promotion, and they've actually been the biggest platform for sales.
Okay. And speaking of the Xbox One, did you support like 8-player?
Oh gosh, no. So this game is already super hectic with 4. So 8 players, you can technically get 4 players plus 2 pairs of clones for each one of those, and it would just be madness at that point.
Are the colors constant in the game? Is it always like teal versus pink?
No, we have a green and we have orange as well. And then depending on if we're doing a team game, like the one we're playing right now, the aesthetics of the stage will change based on the factions that you're playing too.
Okay.
So half of the stage would either be orange or pink or teal or whatever, to kind of designate that this is your base, this is your side of the arena.
Okay. Have you thought of asking Microsoft for any of those new like color-coded? Have you seen those, the like custom color controllers?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they've actually sent me a couple of those these little promotional things, like as a reward that I just need to like apply some art to, and then I can just get. I just haven't had the time to yet.
Yeah, it's been busy.
I'm primarily a programmer, designer, and all the pretty stuff comes from my artist, which is he's been taking on so many other projects recently.
So what is the? So you're in early access right now. What is? Oh wait, no, you're completely out.
Oh no, we aren't completely out now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Did you do any betas or early access or anything like that?
For that, I just did simultaneous release on all these platforms.
You just hit the ground running.
I just hit the ground running, yeah. So the goal of this project was just to ship a title, and I did it, and I think I did pretty well. It wasn't like a big commercial success, but like I'm proud. I'm happy for it. And I did a little bit of advertisement, did a little bit of marketing, and I know now what to do better in the future.
Yeah.
Whether it be to incorporate a feature such as online multiplayer from its conception, if is this the type of game that needs it, which I really recommend, to not pigeonhole a feature in last minute if you're time constrained, and to not be too afraid to cut something, even if it sounds amazing, for the sake of time, because, when you moonlight, your time is very precious.
Okay, well, thanks for being on the question bus. Is there anything else you want to plug?
Anything else you want to plug? Yeah, definitely go check out your local community groups. I'm a part of one. I met my artist through there.
What community group?
Community groups. This is a great source of resources.
No, but which one did you meet your artist from?
Specifically Pick Squad, Portland Indie Games Group.
Okay. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, I don't know, for instance, Corey and Hagen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Hagen's actually my artist on this.
Oh, Hagen's rad. Shout out to Hagen.
Yeah.
Have you seen the stuff he posts on Facebook?
Oh yeah. So one of the things with this, I started this project and got Hagen on board a couple months in, so I kind of had all the pull as far as the art direction we should go. And this next game we're going to work on, it's totally going to be Hagen inspired, so it's going to be more like his art.
Yeah.
It's not going to be as
futuristic, more punky and wiggly.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be wiggly.
Yeah.
I think wiggly.
It's going to be wiggly. You heard it here first. Well, any Twitter accounts or anything?
Yeah. So you can follow us at Tiny Horse Games and check us out, Mimic Arena, mimicarena.com. Yeah, and it's been great.
Yeah, thank you. And did you win the match against random people at E3?
I win some of them. There's always.
But the previous one during this interview, did you win?
I actually wasn't paying enough attention to know if I did or not.
You lost. It was 1-0 for the other team.
Oh, okay.
But thanks for being on. I hope you have a good rest of the show.
You too. Thank you.